What's going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back to another video. Today we have episode 3 of Behind the Mask. I'm gonna cover a little bit on how I did projects for Claws, filming commercials, doing photo shoots. I teamed up with a bunch of businesses to film a commercial for them to advertise for UNC, that we were teaming up with them. So I had 3 big projects that I worked on throughout my time being Claws, and then besides that I did photo shoots on the side. We also did other things that didn't involve like photo shoots, but like I would do parades, I would do birthday parties, I would do kind of like pop-up events around campus. So like we would give away free t-shirts and I would be there. We would have like a celebration in like the campus commons and I would be there. So I mean, I was all over during Claws. I was here, there, everywhere, and it was a lot to juggle. I remember being overwhelmed at times just because I had so much going on, and then I had to juggle games on top of that, as well as, you know, my studies and my homework and tutoring or whatnot. So it did become a lot, especially because I was the only mascot. I don't know how they're doing it anymore. I graduated in May, so I don't know who is taking over Claws, although I do know that they're with the cheer team now. Claws wasn't with the cheer team. We were like our own department, and so the person in charge of me was with athletics, and so I was with athletics more than cheer, and so I think cheer took over Claws and is in charge of the mascot side of it as well. So I don't know, that's new. They might have more than one person doing the mascot as well, but like I mentioned, at the time that I was doing it for 3.5 years, it was only me. It did become a lot to juggle. So one of my first projects was an advertisement for UNC. We were working with the campus bookstore, and we wanted to like advertise to students, like, you can buy your books here, you can buy your, you know, water bottles, merch, whatever. It was a really fun, long, hot process. I just remember having to tackle this mannequin over and over again until they got the perfect shots, which I will put the clip in right here. That was a fun time. I remember people that were working in the bookstore were just like, what is going on right now? And so, you know, give it like a week and a half, and then the video was put together and everyone kind of saw how it ended. So this is the final result of how everything went. I think being a YouTuber on top of being a mascot, it was really fun to film things like this because I would want to be the person outside of the uniform filming. Obviously, I couldn't do that, but I had fun in the process, you know, doing these acts over and over again until we get the right angle, and it was just a blast. Another project that we worked on was we had a golf tournament. So UNC's golf team partnered with, it's a Greeley golf course, right? And so we teamed up with the golf team, and I filmed this commercial for them, and it was kind of to help raise money for the golf team. This was probably not miserable, but I will say not the funnest. Reason being, when you have to walk in a size like 15 shoe and your foot is like a size 7, it's very hard to walk. Put that on top of walking in grass, wet grass, up hills, in the sand. It's a lot of work. So, I mean, I had to walk around the whole golf course looking for these perfect places to shoot. There was no easy transportation, so I had to just walk everywhere, and obviously we didn't want the Claws identity to be shown, so I had to keep the mask on the whole time as well. And so I was walking in the suit with my head on, and it was probably 90 degrees outside. I just couldn't breathe, and I couldn't take a break until I got back into the bathrooms. So that was after I was all done. So it was a long day. Another event that I worked was a a separate golf tournament, and so I got there at like 7 a.m. and stayed until like 3. I just stayed there at the golf course, and we had like a little UNC campus table there, kind of sponsoring a UNC, and I'm trying to think of the golf course name. I can't think of it right now, but what is it called? Oh, the Greeley Country Club, that's what it's called, the Greeley Country Club. So I stayed there all day and had to keep the head on all day in about 95-degree weather in the sun. I had fur all over me, and people were having a blast because they were just golfing, you know, in shorts, tank tops, and there was me. So that was another miserable time, but you know, you love your job, and what else can you do? So one of the biggest projects that I worked on, I think it was, okay, it was 2020 because it was during COVID. And I was working with Banner Hospital. Everyone was wearing masks and stuff, but they wanted to partner with Claws because they wanted to show everyone and their athletes like the process of what it takes for an injured athlete. And so what we did was we took me, Claws, and then pretended that Claws was injured and went through every step that an athlete has to do if they were to injure themselves. And so that took 2-3 days to film. What is going on, guys? It is currently almost 8 o'clock. It is June 14th, and I am headed to Butler Hancock to meet my handler, and we're going to head up to the Northern Colorado Medical Center today. We're going to be doing a photo shoot with Claws. Now, I'm not sure exactly what it entails, but I'm going to work with some nurses. Tomorrow we have another photo shoot. It's going to be a few pictures on the helicopter pad and stuff like that. So it should be exciting. I don't really know what to expect. This is kind of my first time doing something so big like this. It's gonna be a long day. I'm working in 8 to 4:30 today, and tomorrow I have like 12 to 5, so it'll be rough. But I'm excited for it. Like I said, I've never done anything like this. There's a few people flying out of state just to help with the photo shoot. So I'll try and get, like, I can't really get footage obviously, but I will keep you guys updated because I do have a 2-hour break in between the photo shoots, and let you guys know how everything's going. And once the photos are up, I'll definitely show you guys in the video. So stay tuned for that. I went from one part of the hospital and then filmed at another part of the hospital and then filmed another part at the hospital because I was working with 3 different areas. And so like the first one was inside with the CAT scan, and then we had PT, and so I went to their PT building, and then the last one I went to work with their helicopter, and there was 2 female pilots, and so I stood on the helicopter pad and we were filming up there, getting pictures. I didn't fly in the helicopter. I wish that would have been so awesome, but it wouldn't be safe for Claws just because I can't buckle myself and stuff. But it was cool that there was two female pilots. That was very inspiring. And so I was standing on the helicopter pad, and it's like metal, right? And so it was just fire. It was so hot. And in that suit, I just wanted to get out of there. Like, I was like, are we done taking pictures? Because I was so drenched. And I just remember like trying not to pass out because that wouldn't be good, but I was in the right place for it if I did pass out, right? So, I mean, throughout the whole process, I had a lot of fun. I get to know so many people doing these photo shoots and commercials and advertisements, you know, and people are just so happy to see me. I remember walking in the hospital, like in my Claws uniform, those kids in therapy in their rooms, and they saw me walk by and they're like, oh my gosh, like it's not every day that you see a bear walk through the halls, you know. And so that was cool. So connecting with the kids, taking pictures with fans. And I mean, to be quite honest with you, if I had to know what a celebrity felt like, it would be to get in a mascot costume and have everyone attack you. Not attack you, but like with pictures and everything like that. That would be the closest I have gotten to being a celebrity. So it's stressful. It's stressful. You take a lot of pictures, you sign a lot of things, you say hello a lot, you engage with everyone, you make sure everyone is happy. It's not exhausting. I love doing it, but it's definitely hard to do when you're having an off day, because even when you're feeling off, you have to match that energy and be positive, because you're a mascot and the people out on the outside don't see the human on the inside, right? And so you have to always show those positive emotions and be joyful and happy. And so it was difficult at times. You know, there would just be times when I was exhausted from school, and then I had to go to work, and I had to go to claws, and I had to go to a game. And at that point, when the game started, I was just exhausted. And it took everything in me to keep that energy up and be happy for those kids, because you have to. There's not really a call out for the day, you know, you have to. Your energy has to always show. When people say, you know, is it a hard job? It's not hard. It wasn't really ever hard for me, because I'm always a happy person, right? I'm always making people smile. And so doing that on the inside of a costume, it was pretty easy, because I would get everyone. Everyone would come to me. All I had to do was match that energy, give them that energy, and we were good, you know. I really do miss engaging with students on campus. We had a time where this old man gave me like a whole bag of Dum Dum suckers, and he's like, go hand those out to your favorite like athletes and people. I was like, okay, I got you. I need the props, right? For me, I need the props in order for me to do something. So I got all these suckers. I walked around and I was like, you want one? To everyone. I went to the student section and they went crazy. It's like they've never seen candy before. They were like all over it. So I think I have that clip. It's pretty funny, but it really is the simple things. It is the simple things. Now, going off of this, another thing that is very important when it comes to being a mascot is the marketing. The social media, running all those platforms. When I started as Claus, I'm gonna be honest, there wasn't a good platform for him. And even though, you know, he was the mascot, he wasn't getting recognized enough. And so I took it upon myself, because I didn't have help. It was really within myself. I built him a Snapchat. I made him a TikTok. We started running his Instagram page a little bit. Those were two big platforms at the time that I saw were skyrocketing. During COVID, right, TikTok was up. And I was like, if I want my mascot to grow, I have to build him this. And so I took it upon myself. I built him a TikTok and started posting on there, engaging with fans. And it is a hard thing to do. It's hard to get your name out there, even being the mascot, because people, they won't come to you. You have to go to them. And that's a hard part when you yourself, Claus the mascot, at the time he wasn't helped by any of the other UNC Instagram pages. So the main University of Northern Colorado Instagram page did not help grow the mascot. I had to build that for myself using my own page, because nobody else would do that for me. And so then building the Snapchat, I would get involved with students. What I did was I took a QR code, I printed it off, I made one, and I went around during games and I showed it to students and I said, you know, go follow my Snapchat. And what I did on Snapchat in order to get more people involved was I did a giveaway. And so on game days, I would post as Claus on Claus's Snapchat, and I would be like, come meet me here, come take a picture with me, and you get a free scarf, and stuff like that. And it took so long for people to catch on and start following and for it to grow, and it's not an easy job, and you would think that it is, being that the mascot has kind of a higher rank, but it didn't help me at all. So it did take lots of time, but I mean, what can you do? You have to really be devoted, and I wanted that for Claus. I wanted better, and I wanted him to get recognized, and because he deserved that, and he was doing a lot, and he's a big part of the school. And so I felt like when I started, he wasn't getting the recognition that he deserved, and so I had to do something about that. And me being into social media and doing YouTube and me on a personal level, how I connect with my subscribers, I wanted the same for Claus. And so that's how I kind of made it happen. You really do have to be devoted and just keep that energy. So it was rough. It was a rough process, because when I built Claus's Snapchat, I had to make sure that I used a different phone number than my personal phone number, so people didn't figure out who Claus was. I really wanted Claus to be a secret, so it seems like it worked. I only told a few close friends who Claus was, so but now it's out for everyone. So I'm just excited to share this journey, and before this video gets too long and I blabber on about different topics, I'm gonna cut it right here, save it for the next episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So I will see you guys next time. Stay positive. Peace.